So, the Lion. This thing was very expensive. However, I have nothing else to spend it on, unlike others. And what I want to say is that a lot of people went and spent all their account resources on getting one of these things when they don't even have every other tank in the game. To put this into perspective, I have all of the tanks in the tech tree. Yes, I haven't bought them all, but that's besides the point. Everything is unlocked. Oh, look. The BZ's on 0 XP now. Lovely. Now I have every single tank in the game unlocked. But every single one is unlocked, so yes, I have nothing to spend my free XP on. And I still have 300k, so whatever. However, some people were spending literally everything. They were spending bonds on this tank, which I think is the most stupid thing you can possibly do. I mean, unless you're spending like maybe 15k bonds, so it's in line with the rest of the bond store tanks that are at tier 10, like the 121B, although I'd rather have a 121B than this thing. But I just think that a lot of people are missing the whole point of this event, and a lot of the points of events that are going on in World of Tanks in general. Most of the events are for people that already have everything. They are not for a player that is grinding through the tech tree. Like Onslaught. Onslaught is never going to be a tier 8, or should never be, in my opinion, tier 8s. Because it should be tier 10 at the end game for people to actually play and have something to do once they've got all the tanks in the game and progress forwards. The exact same way that this tank is not for people that don't already have every other tank in the game. Now, yes, I get the whole fear of missing out factor, but I don't know. I think people are just being stupid when it comes to this. And not to mention, another reason why I got this tank is so that I can make a video on it. Right? I do this as my job, basically. I need this to create content. I didn't get it for free from, like, you know, being a CC and stuff like that. I had to pay for it. I had to get it at the exact time, the same way as everyone else did. If I wasn't doing this for a job, I wouldn't even bother getting this thing. I'll just keep all my resources and just be happy. To be fair, I probably wouldn't even have half of the stuff on my account if I didn't do this like full time as a job. So I just want to put it out there. If you feel like you missed out on this tank, don't. Right? Unless you are a tank collector, which has every other tank in the game, then yeah, sure. Get it. But, you know, you can't anymore. But for everyone else that is, you know, thinking, oh, I wish Wargaming wouldn't do this to us new players that are just starting the game. If you're just starting the game, this should not be a tank that you even consider. Like, this is very much for the end game. Anyway, little rant over. It always annoys me when people are complaining about something that Wargaming is doing. At the end of the day, they're incredibly intelligent because loads of people went and bought one. So who's really winning at the end of the day? Just so you're aware, the way that I got it was for blueprints and free XP. I spent 690k free XP and all the blueprints that you could possibly use. It was actually kind of annoying because you couldn't use like one blueprint from one nation. You could only do like 64 of each nation. So you couldn't do, say, for example, 128 from one nation. You had to do 64 from each nation, which is why it worked out a little bit more expensive in free XP for me, because I didn't have 64 in every single nation. Anyway, that's 5 minutes of ranting. I just felt like I had to get that over with. Either way, you're here to look at the Lion and not hear me just rant for the next 10 minutes. This thing is, I don't know. I haven't played it yet. It seems pretty good. It's not insane. I've seen other people play it, and they do not like the gun dispersion, which, yes, it doesn't look so good. But you know what? I'm not even going to bother going over all of these stats. I'm just going to get into a game and just tell you how it feels. We are going to be using IAU, events, and VSTAB with a VSTAB directive. Do you know what? The problem with this tank, the main problem with this tank, is that it's an auto reloader, which means that intuition means absolutely nothing. So, and unlike this being AP and then heat rounds, or APCR and heat rounds, you really should just be doing this. And that's really annoying, because you cannot intuition out a full clip. So you might as well just do this and just be happy. However, we will play a game without full gold, and maybe we'll go like full AP. So we'll play one with full gold, one without full gold, and we'll see how it goes. Okie dokie. So the first shell is about 18 seconds. We're on Redshire, which is kind of nice, I guess. Oh, what number is this guy? 6,800. Oh. It's very close to my number, actually. I am better, though. What's this guy on? 7,000? I am better. 19,000? I am better. Feels good, man. Yeah. Why is my minimap so small, though? So, at the start here, we're just going to be waiting. We don't need to really do anything at the moment. I mean, mobility-wise, it seems fine. It kind of feels like a Leo, which I guess is pretty accurate, to be fair. 4-second ninja clip, which is painful. I think that's the best way of describing it. Realistically, you shouldn't be playing on the last shell, or on your first shell, sorry. Like, you should be trying to play on the last one, because I believe that this is... like, I can't remember exactly, actually. It's like, it's really weird. So, like, you have 11 seconds for the first shell, but then you have, like, 8 and then 6 or something? We'll find out. I mean, I probably won't find out, but... because actually playing the game is completely different to... how you might actually think about playing the game. I mean, so far, this is fine. Obviously, it being an auto reloader, just like all the other Italian mediums, you do not have the what's it called? Like with the Italian heavies, you don't have the like the reduction thing where if you fire early with compensation, that's the one. You do just have the that is it, like you're the auto reloader and that's it. Like there's no compensation mechanic. This thing doesn't have armor, by the way. As much as people might think that it does, it really doesn't. So, if anyone's playing this tank and thinking, yes, the worst thing was that Wargaming in their video even said it's got strong turret armor. It does not. Okay, do not even bother trying to think that this is going to be a hold down tank. Play this tank kind of like a Leo, and it should be okay. I mean, the bloom isn't too bad. It definitely could be worse. Definitely could be worse. So yeah, that shell is like 8 seconds or so, I think. Something like that. This guy should be dead. Lovely. Now, what do we want to do? Do we want to... I think we should actually try and help out people over here. Because everyone's going to be focusing over on that side. The one thing that this tank doesn't have is like the burst damage, you know? That is a Foshby. That is something that does have the burst damage. You know, you don't have the like the TVP kind of burst fire. You have the old Char Future 4 kind of burst fire. That's annoying. Okay, so now we're completely dry. And that is going to take us like 16 seconds, which is quite annoying. I'm going to try and keep this guy spotted over there as well. Although the EBR is probably keeping him spotted. What I want to do is to not really use this last shell unless I really have to. Try and keep this guy tracked if I can. I mean, I said that unless I really have to, and I feel like I did need to there, so that's fine. Get that guy killed. But yeah, this is a long reload on the last shell. A very long reload. Really? This isn't actually, like, completely awful at the moment. Because as long as we can maybe try and kill this K91 in a second, we should be okay. Although it is... This reload time is really weird. Like, it should be... like, this is the most effective shell, then this one, then this one, then this one, right? Rather than, like, you have some weird long reload at the start and then not so long, you know? It just feels a bit foreign. Doesn't seem correct. Would like our EBR to start to play the game though, like especially if he could spot the lion in the city. Like, we need this guy spotted to know where he is. I mean, the tire traverse is really nice though. Like, that is very, very nice. Well, I have tea today. The E3 killed that guy. We get that guy though. We do have the issue of the E3. I have to now back off and try and get down here before the E3 kills me. Because I'm guessing he's obviously down here relatively close because he killed the STRV. And obviously an E3 is going to be a bit of a problem for us as well. You also don't really get that much ammo in this tank. Like, 44 rounds is not really that much. If you think about it. I mean, either way, that's fine. That's a decent first game for us. So, 4.6k. Can apply that as well. Nice. So we fired 19, we hit 13, and we penned 12. Very good. Okay, let's go now and go full AP. Just for a true comparison between them. And see what that's like. Right, well, we're on Paris. What are we going to do? Well, they have 2 TDs, which is a little bit annoying. We only have 1. I mean, maybe we can just wait and just see what we can do. I would kind of like to be able to shoot the people that are crossing over this bit, or the people that might go and sit over here. But probably not going to happen. I really don't want to... I have been baited into crossing this, and then I'm completely stuck over this side so many times now. It's unbelievable. So I'm just going to wait here because there's no real need. See, I mean, maybe I can even shoot the gorilla in a second. At the moment, there's not a lot to do. So like, here they all come. I can't really shoot an IS-4. And if I go up here, and even... The worst thing is that even if I wanted to shoot an IS-4, I can't because I just don't have the pen. Even with APCR, that's a struggle. Same with the U does. Well, our team doesn't look like it's going to be lasting very long. Okay, the line's not lasted very long either. I mean, if you want to go up there, then sure. It's not really the best of well done. So many shots. Yeah, this is a useless game. We're never winning or getting far in this game, to be fair. This is why from this side, this map is so just useless now. Like... oh, I can't even pen him. I don't know. It's kind of useless from this side. The other side has so many more opportunities to do stuff. Whereas this side just has nothing. But you can't cross this because if you... I can't even move my camera correctly. You can't cross this. Like, if you cross this, you're then stuck here. Because if you try and go back, the middle just shoots you. You don't have this issue over the other side unless the middle is completely occupied. The problem is that they can go forwards into this position here, like into this dip, and actually play around here, and then back off. Because as long as the people up here aren't shooting you, and as long as there's nobody in the actual middle, then you're fine. But from the other side, they can just sit in this area here and just shoot you as you try and go back. Even though they've added this little corner bit, it's still completely imbalanced. So, I don't know. I hate spawning on this side of the map. We'll play one more game because that was over in 2 minutes. So, it's not even like they had better tanks either. Like, look, we had a Chief, they had a 705A, 2 Crans, an IS-4 and a 277. I'm like, sure, they had M454 and we had IS-4, but IS-4 is still very, very good. The thing is, both of these Crans were hull down as well. I don't know why our Cran just went out into the open, but it's not even like they had better tanks. It's one, just a bad map, and clearly just better players on the enemy team, even though they weren't in better tanks. Anyway, one more game. Righty-ho, we are on Karelia. Woo! I'm starting to hate this map more and more, by the way. Every single day that I get Karelia, I hate it more and more with a passion. I'm not even going to complain about this map, right? Because that's not what this video is, right? I'm going to try not to complain so much about Wargaming's amazing decisions or map design and whatnot. I'm just going to, I don't know how that didn't pen, by the way. Like what? Okay. That's very interesting. Don't think I've ever been spotted behind that bush before. I'm trying to put one shot into there. No. There's FE. What? Why? I should have really just gone back a little bit more there to get a clean shot on that. Let's try and put another one in. Oh, we didn't get a splash on that one. Very nice. Put one more in. Don't know if the IS-4 went in front, so I couldn't really see. I mean, so far so good. This BZ is doing BZ things. Don't really know how to describe it other than that, to be honest. Ooh. What's the shell velocity? 1080. Oh dear. Which is another reason to fire APCR. This is what annoys me about the ammo types. It's like, if you have AP as your standard round, and an APCR as your premium round, there is zero reason, other than wanting to save a little bit of credits, to fire the normal AP round. I mean, sure, normalization is a bit better. It's not going to matter that much between APCR and AP. Like, it's, what, 5 degrees for AP or something? Hang on. It is 5 degrees for AP and 2 degrees for APCR. Don't ask why I have it written down. Come on, little M60. Don't worry, I believe we will hit this. Come on. I'm not even going to fire this last shell. We'll wait 2 seconds. There we go. See? If you play on this last shell, this is the best shell. Because look at that. Look at that reload. It's insane. Right, let's go up here. I'm not even going to bother going down there. That's a waste of time. I'm just going to die if I do that. But like, the same thing with like the Leo 1. It's just better with premium rounds. And that extra 3 degrees or so, or 3 degrees, or whatever it is, it's not going to make any difference. Like, realistically. You can still overmatch with APCR. Whereas if it's heat, it doesn't have any normalization. So, if the shell goes faster, has more pen, like sure, the pen drop off is more. That's true. However, it's still got more pen when it arrives at the target, even at 500 meters, than it would with the standard round. Unless it's the G-Saw. The G-Saw 1008 does not have this feature. As it drops off pen, just, I don't even know, like it drops it off so fast. Okay, well, this was fun. Oh. How do I get down from here? Please, S-Conk, what are you doing? There we go. Well, this was another kind of annoying game, because there wasn't really anything for me to do. But, there we go. It's fine. Yeah, this tank with APCR just... it's not worth playing, to be honest. Alright. So, yeah, 2.6. I don't know. It's not worth it. It's just not. Like, if you're going to be playing this tank, just full APCR. It's like, especially in this tank. Like, in the Leo... Where's the Leo? Get rid of tier 8. In the Leo, you can kind of go, you know, something like this. Right? Or you can, you know, go, say, 20, 35, whatever. Whatever you want to do. Right? Doesn't matter. You can just do whatever in it. You can go full APCR, premium APCR if you want. But, like, the Leo shell velocity is already really nice. Like, the difference between these is somewhat noticeable. But, like, compared to the Lions, I mean, Jesus, man. 258 versus 323, and then 1,100 nearly to 1,400. It's just night and day, the difference. Like, it's so much nicer. And at 500 meters, it drops down to 310. where you are going down to 248 at 500 meters. So this only drops 10. How much does the Leo drop down to? This one only drops about 10. I don't know, especially with the fact that you can't intuition like the Leo can. You know, you can intuition between all three of these. Like, it's actually, like, not even worth maybe even firing HE. Even though the HE's good, the fact that it's an auto-reloader is a problem. Because you cannot get all of those shells instantly. Like, let's say that I have a full clip loaded, right? So let's say I have, you know, the 4 shells loaded in AP. I then wanted to switch them out. If it was just a normal intuition, normal gun, say an auto loader with an actual clip, instantly those 4 shells would be loaded in. But no, it will take half the time for the first shell, and then it will go back to normal reload for the rest. So you're then spending however long it takes to get those 4 shells back. So it's genuinely not worth it to fire anything other than this, unless you're in a very, very weird situation where you need it. So it's like, sure, take 4 shells, but that's about it. Like, you shouldn't really be taking any more than 4 shells of these, I don't think. So the line, is it any good? Well, yeah, with full APCR, it's great. I mean, it's still okay with standard rounds, but again, I feel like you've seen just how annoying it is to deal with the slower shell velocity, less pen, and the fact that I cannot intuition out those shells. That's the line. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know if you got it. Let me know what number you got as well, if you did get it. And yeah, let me know if I'm just completely wrong as well. Either way, the best way of helping me out, and if you don't want to support me, you can just leave a like, subscribe, and then leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. Even if it's just saying yes or hello, something like that. It all helps me out completely for free. And of course, you can subscribe there as well, which again is completely for free. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.